Hey, I don't want to misspell your name, so I apologize. Hmm. I don't know what you mean by that. But you know purple's a color, though. So yeah. And if you guys wondering, I am a girl. In, ca- in case you guys are wondering, I am a girl. And yes, I have been a girl. And it's a bit difficult and slightly emotional of me speaking on this, but let's start in the year of 2024 in January. Um, at around the 20th. Couple like let's start with a couple days ago from before that year. When I started to become a cosplayer, I was like around the years of 16, 17 years old, and I had not too long ago had met I was not too long ago had met more cosplayers, because when I started becoming a cosplayer, I was looking for some more cosplayer and stuff like that. Because I've been on TikTok since Musically Timing, and I had met a cosplayer who had created Mad Eye's Army, aka TikTok Mad Eye, and his partner. During that time, I was basically a teenager, almost to my 8 to 18. I didn't really join their Discord server until a couple days later when I'm more old enough, like when I was about to go into my 20s, because I always had a bad experience when it comes to be on people's Discord, you know. So during those days and stuff like that, I was just being myself as always, because everybody in that Discord server was always like cosplay, role plays, etc. So during that, they told me, for example, that I could vent on the venting channel. That I'm welcome to vent. The thing is, one of their members named Sammy, Luna Sammy, had said this to me, that my social media has nothing to do with their Discord server. During the year of January, during the year before I met Varnox Frostbane and Lady Fennel, I was a part of a Mada's Army group. And Luna Sammy, who is also a part of Mada's Army, had said that my social media has nothing to do with their Discord, but every single time the creator of that Discord, TikTok Madice, had literally bring my what you may call it, had literally bring my social media, like my Instagram, involved with their Discord server, when clearly I was venting on that, because every single time I vent when they tell me I could vent on their VC, it became an issue and they called me annoying. of me being myself. I struggle with learning stability, and also, I am, as you can already guys already know, struggle with other learning disabilities. I struggle with depression, and the depression when things happen and leads to the part where my voice, my count gets either massively reported or I get attacked or harassed. So during that time, they the VC thing. During the VC situation with Maddie's army, it was like a 10 people on their VC. And with me, after I started got accused of talking over people, I started putting myself on mute for the rest of the VC when I joined. Everybody else on that VC was talking over everybody, all at once. But somehow, I got accused of talking over people when I wasn't. Like, like I wasn't even talking over people and stuff like that. I had myself on mute. And the fact that they literally had 10 people and I got blamed for talking over people when they literally had 10 people on their VC. So now, moving forward, after that, they had kicked me out of their Discord for apparently no reason at all because I was just being myself. People that started running my mouth in their name, accusing me of false stuff because I took learning disability. I told them about that. They already know I have other kind of mental health problems that you guys already know. So yeah. And now moving forward, after that, from the year that year in the 20 to 2023, I'm gonna tell you something about me. I get easily attached to people who are like older than me, and that gives me the warm and caring kind of vibes that I never grew up with. I never had a good childhood. I literally had to grow up fast when I was 3 years old. I literally had to grow up fast when I was 3 years old. My mother was my first bullied, but guess what? I don't become what the first generation does to us, Gen Zs. We Gen Zs had to be the one taking care of Gen X. We had to put Gen X's, like that's our parents, above ourselves. Or else we get told, oh, you're not good enough, you're worthless, you're this, you're that, you're blah. Like, literally. And the fact that the TikTok Mad Eye's partner, who accused me of causing her seizures, after she had literally attacked me on my Furious Name Cosplay live streams, live, during February 2024. I'm speaking up about all the false things that happened and what had almost caused my second attempt on August 19. I'm speaking out on that because people are now labeling me as unstable or as somebody struggling with mental health problems, which I do struggle with mental health, and it's not something to use against me. That's what's going on. People like Lady Fennell, TikTok Mad Eye, and all Lady Fennell's members and minions that literally had caused my second attempt on August 19th. Yes, and have those kind of thoughts right there. They had been harassing me nonstop and accusing and make people think that I'm the problem, I'm this, I'm that, like I'm a bully. No, I've been bullied long time in my life. When I was 13 years old, I was physically beat up. My braids was being dragged to a cut down tree stump. And yet, some people I don't even know who had stopped that my bully from messing up my brain, my head and stuff like that, had stopped that fight had stopped that fight before it had gotten out of hand, before I started ending up with a blood face. But let me tell you this, when I was 13 years old during middle school, I came home, my face bruised by that bully. And yet, I never. Sorry about that, Ellen. YouTube, restrict your comments. I couldn't see what you had commented. Like during that time, I deal with that. I never became a bully, or narcissistic, or anybody toxic. And the fact that people want to plant that on me, I don't like that. And covering up what they had done to me, there's also someone else that's named Michelle. Michy. She's also a cosplayer on TikTok. And she's also friends with Lady Fennell. She's the one that had mentioned, like, comment Lady Fennell's comment saying that, for example, that I'm a psychopath. And talk about, oh, she tried to be nice to everybody. The thing about being nice to people, don't tell somebody that they can speak to you about anything. Then when they do, you block them. And that's what Michy had did to me. After she clearly told me, oh, I can speak to you about anything. I can talk to you about anything, blah, 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 blah. And she's older than me. And when I do, she blocked me. That's not being a true friend. Things that triggered me, I keep my mouth shut. Because I don't like being rude to people. And the thing about me, I have problems of falling with people and their, quote, warming kind of vibes energy. Because I never grow up in a warming, loving, caring environment. I literally start looking for that in other people who was basically around my mom's age. And moving forward, when it comes to Lady Fennell and stuff like that, I first met Lady Fennell in my Face Name Cosplayer live stream after I got kicked out for no reason from the Mad Army Discord server. Hi. like some people have my name in their mouth, saying that I'm talking over people when clearly I have, for example, had always been put myself on mute. As always, I was always silent when everybody else in that Discord server was talking over people. Like, and literally, the Managed Army Discord server has 10 people on the VC. I put myself on mute, say the least. If you know what I mean. Every time though, whenever I had put myself on mute and was always quiet and stuff like that, somehow they start kicking me off and purposely on the VC. They act like I don't know that. I didn't notice. I did. But guess what? Because of how I am so nice, too nice for my own good, I literally get taken advantage of. For TikTok Mad Eye, I was so nice, and for his birthday last year, I spent my money that my own mom gave to me one time and buy him a Funko Pop, Mad Eye Funko Pop, for his birthday. Without anything in return. That's how nice I am. And that wasn't an act. I put other people above myself. Like literally. And the fact that, fast forward to from the year 2023 to 2024. They start want to massive report my TikTok and stuff like that to get me quote banned and stuff like that, if you know what I mean. After what they had done to me. After the harm they had caused on me from the year 2023. Like literally. And I am tired of all the false things being said about me, and people are hiding the fact of what they have done me and the harm they caused, to the point I start having a voice for myself. But eventually, every time I have a voice for myself, it gets twisted into the way that other people who are older than me their own way. You're good. Sorry if I'm not really replying to some of you guys comment at this moment. I just want to get it over with because sometimes I'm forgetful and I forget where I'm at sometimes when I'm speaking this. And during the part that they start massive reporting my stuff after the harm they had caused me. And then moving forward, I start meeting Lady Fennell on my Fierce New Cosplay live stream. She asked about my fanfiction, my OC character and stuff like that. So me and her talked about it and stuff like that. I thought she was a nice person. I thought she was a good person and stuff. I told her my OC character, the second Potter child. They got her Silver Snape and stuff. I had no idea. Then eventually later on she would start listening to the Managed Army people who told her not to associate with me. So all of a sudden, things had happened, things changed. She had turned against me because of Managed Army people told her to not associate with me, without even hearing about my side of the story, about what really had happened in the Managed Army people, which I already told you guys all the full story about what had happened. During the Mad Army Discord server, she literally took their side without even hearing my side. And the fact that I always get attacked and false accused for other people of the harm they cause me. Maddie's partner had literally one time called me annoying. And one time I told him that I don't like when people yell. Because I don't. But eventually when I told them that, they never listened, and that's what my army partner had did. You don't even know what I mean. And a couple of days later, when they kicked me off of their Discord server and started, for example, try to massive report my account and threaten me and stuff like that, because they literally had caused me harm to the point I told them that I needed space and stuff like that. But they never gave me the space I need. One of their members, you know what? I'm gonna say something that I always kept and never talked about. I'm gonna just mention this. When I first joined the Mad Army Discord server and stuff like that, I was starting in my 20s that time. And I was just there, quiet. There was 2 people there. And they had their mods and stuff, and there's like a person that one of those mods, the mod that's a Ghostbuster fan, Sage. I was the only one with this skin color in that Discord server. And the fact they were talking about mac and cheese. Here's the thing. I want you guys to listen to this clearly for me. Here's the thing. What that person had said to me when I was quiet and muted, and I raised my hand and stuff like that. But he was like this, waving his own hand, and start saying, "Oh, we know. I know you. We know you people. The word you people use cans." That's literally what came out of his mouth. He literally said, We know you people use cans." I was so dumbfounded when I heard what he had said. And plus that was offensive in so many ways. But guess what? I stayed silent because I was too nice. And that's how nice I am. I never told TikTok Mad Eye or his partner that. I kept that to myself. Because they had their own problems going. I didn't want to put my problems on them. So I kept it to myself. So as I said before now, Then moving forward now, back forward to what I was about to say. From my first cosplay live stream in the year January 2024. After all the situation of TikTok Mad Eye and his partner, I started my own business. I ended up getting diagnosed with hernia surgery because my stomach, and then I had to get my surgery in February. I don't remember what date. I just only know it was February. I was about to get my hernia surgery in the year 2024. So just around January 2024, that time, it was like the new year's just begun, and it was my first surgery that time was about to come. So I was also nervous. I don't like to admit it, but I was, you know. And I I went to go get my mind occupied, like take my mind off of that. So I joined my favorite thing cosplay live stream, mind my own business, and do what I always do that people have never had a problem of me doing is role playing my OC character on that live stream. And the host that's on that live stream, which look just like Severus name. She's amazing. She's also a teacher and a writer. So I joined the live stream because my favorite cosplayer, who I had been following since I was 13 years old, before TikTok became TikTok, it was Musically. So I would just mind my own business, take my mind off my first upcoming surgery, and I saw the opportunity that the host had dressed up as Severus Snape and went live stream. My favorite Snape cosplayer live stream, she's not really a part of the drama, but I do want to mention her username. Christy J. Whitney. She looks just like Severus Snape, and I've been following her TikTok since I was 13 years old. Yes, that's how long I've been on TikTok before it became Musically. So yeah, Christy J. Whitney was what had dressed up as Severus Snape on her live stream. And I took that opportunity to roleplay as my OC character, which people already know I do that a long time ago. In general, that's just who I am, and that's just me being myself. Chris J. Whitney had once said that she has no problems with us, for example, role playing in her comment section. She literally said that herself, and I remember that clearly. And she also said this, because sometimes comments go by fast, and she had said this out of her sentence. She said this: "You guys are welcome to repeat any comment I missed because the comment goes by fast." So I just followed what she had said. So I wasn't spamming anything. I wasn't typing too much, neither. I was just following what Chris J. Whitney had said herself. So during that moment in that live stream when I was distracting myself because of my first upcoming hernia surgery that was about to come up in February, I would just mind my own business, and so everybody in the comment section was commenting hugs, 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 and I was just there typing, mind my own business. Replaying my OC character. Saying when everybody was commenting that, I was just typing because I'm not a fast typer, to say the least. So I was taking my time typing, and since Christian Whitney cannot speak like Alan Rickman can as Severus Snape, she has a book in her hand, a compass journal in her hand, and only writes in it. So, and she was writing as Severus Snape to the other comments, not me, because I was still typing. No hugs and stuff like that. Me role-playing as my OC character in the comment section on her live stream has said this. Since I'm a Potter and I'm your goddaughter, that really doesn't apply to me. I'm giving you a hug anyways. I comment that, and since TikTok has limits, you cannot full paragraph, and because TikTok has limits on the comment section. So I typed that, and at the end, after I send that part, I go like this, and then put my OC character's name right there. Then after that, TikTok Mada's partner start attacking me in that comment over a role play. She literally said this. Actually, that role does apply to you, etc. I like every time they always attack me non-stop. Every single time. When I mind my business, when I'm not paying them, when they don't even exist to me, they TikTok Maddie's partner start attacking me non-stop. So after that, she started attacking me by saying that, and I just had to stop saying up for myself, and said this. Actually, I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to the host who dressed up as Severus Snape. Then all of a sudden, James, the Hufflepuff, has started attacking me. All the Maddox Army people start coming after me. Then Lady Fennell, who would listen to them and not my side of the story, has started attacking me and having her followers come after me. Non-stop. To the point where I no longer felt safe on my own platform on TikTok and I had to put myself on mute. Lady Fennell had literally used my favorite Snape cosplayer live stream. No, I mean my favorite Snape cosplayer character against me. That's also my comfort character. Saying that Snape, for example, would not raise a second Potter child and call me a bully. When literally she's literally the bully out there, making me like the bad person just because I stood up for myself against her, and the person who accused me of causing her seizures when she literally attacked me. TikTok Money's partner who had the title of name of Mama Raven. Mama Raven had attacked me with saying that. So I stood up for myself, saying, actually, I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to the host, who's dressed up as Severus Snape. And that's how the Maddest Army people started attacking me. Just for standing up for myself against my attacker. Mama Raven and Tita Mada had told Lady Fennell not to associate with a Potter and told them false story about me. Lady Fennell had never come to me and say, hey, I heard this and this happened on their end. Let me hear what had really happened at your side of the story. She did not did that. Lady Fennell literally just took their side for what they had said about me. And after that, she started attacking me. I'm talking about the drama that's going on and what had led me to my second attempt on August 19th. Lady Fennell had started using my comfort character, Severus Snape, against me and changing my story and started saying this. Severus Snape would not raise or have a daughter who's a bully named Julie Potter. She also at one time recently, not too long ago, had accused me of stealing her voice when literally there's a watermark that says I use an app. It's called JAMMAL.com that I spend my own money for and use the credit to get Severus Snape's voice. I didn't steal her voice or copy her. Like how she had steal my OC character and changed my OC character, my inner child, what I've been working for ever since I had turned 17 years old during my first attempt when I was 17 years old, due to me being bullied in school days. You guys ever heard about Juliana? Sounds like Julie, right? Lady Fennell had stole my character. That character. Changed her look. And it was close to my birthday. She did that just to go after me. Just because I stood up for myself, to my attacker, I got accused of being a bully. Just because I stood up for myself, I'm painted as a narcissistic, toxic, psychopath bully. Just because I stood up for myself. For MICHY, who always have trouble, quote, remembering things, she literally friends with Lady Fennell. Every time. I thought she was a real friend. Turned out she's not. She never was. But guess who was a real friend to her? Me. But the fact that she is like everybody else turned against me. So yeah. She was not really a good friend, just so you know. She's older than me. Like 1 year older than me, she is. So, yeah. By the way, take that as a compliment, so thank you. So, yeah. And the fact that I had to deal with not nice people. And the fact that Mama Raven is my attacker. That had accused me of causing her seizures when she's the one had attacked me. How can you cause somebody seizures over social media when they're the one attacking you? How? Explain that. How can somebody cause anybody seizures on social media? Can I explain how that's possible? No. They would want to have somebody to blame other than themselves. And since I am so nice and give my kindness to all, they took advantage of my kindness and blame me because they don't want to blame their own self or take accountability of their own action. So after Lady Fennell started listening to Mama Raven and TikTok Metis people then who told her not to associate with me, she started coming after me next herself. Along with her minions. Start attacking me and master reporting my TikTok. Just because I literally stood up for myself. She created a hashtag saying Julie Potter's a bully, stop Julie Potter. Just because I stood up for myself. I had a voice, finally, and not allow anybody step all over me like I'm some kind of doormat. I got painted as the bully, as a narcissistic, as a psychopath, as a toxic person. When clearly I am not. I'm just a human being. I just want to be human. So, yeah. And Lady Fennell was still at her obsessionist over me. Because on this platform, she and that also involved now because I see the common thing they have that Avara Knox Frostbane have with Lady Fennell. I heard a history that Avara Knox Frostbane, who is my next attacker alongside her husband, she has a history of having her husband going after people. And it turns out that was true facts. Because that's what Lady Fennell, not Lady Fennell, that's what Varnox Frostbane had allowed her husband had did. She talks about we made an agreement. No. We didn't make an agreement. Because if I did, I will remember. She sent me a not weighted cease and desist. That wasn't weighted or legal. She had typed it herself using her husband's computer and printed it out. It wasn't illegal because it was not even weighted. So yes, that was doxing. I didn't dox her. I have problems here when I'm not being listened to. I find other ways to be heard. So I did not dox her or send her information to anybody else. Since she had ignored me because I didn't even know what I did wrong or how I was making them uncomfortable because they were not honest with me. They literally just like kicked me off of their Discord server, just like the Madness Army did to me, without clearly explaining what I was doing wrong. Because I told them clearly that I have learning disability. And when I get overwhelmed, part of me comes out in my overwhelmed state of mind. That's how I cope. So, for example, I was being myself, and they said themselves that you can be yourself on a Discord server. And I found out that Varnak's husband is just like Lady Finel. She's no different. And the fact that she literally has her husband come and attack me and go to his North's account to literally have his North followers attack me, a 26-year-old, and they're in their 30s. My mom was in her 30s when she gave birth to me. They're old enough to be my parent. See how crazy that is? They're old enough to be my parent. Or aunt, to say the least. And the fact that Varnox Frostbane have their North followers coming after me just because I speak on what they had did wrong. I literally care more about people more than I care about my own self. Whenever I ever talk over somebody, I always apologized. If you know what I mean. Like, if I ever talk over somebody, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry if I talk over you, and stuff like that. If you know what I mean. Like, literally. I was so nice to people that are older than me. I never that lovey that kind of person. I have trouble of expressing myself normally like everybody else does. That's me being a Virgo. Only time thing how I express myself is through gifts. So out of the kindness of my heart, I was just in the group one time. You know, I see people who are older than me as family members, and me being a Virgo, I have inner child moments. That's just me. And that's just a part of my personality. So if I deeply care about somebody, especially someone who's older than I am, I literally start having that inner child like stage start coming out. But here's the thing. I expect people to be honest with me if certain things make them uncomfortable. Not like it's something if the way I am is being uncomfortable to people, just say this to me. Hey Julie, you making us uncomfortable and stuff like that. Can you not be like that or act that way? Then I would quickly apologize saying sorry. I didn't know I was making you guys uncomfortable and stuff like that. and I kept myself silent. I will keep myself quiet from then on. Gryffindor. So yeah, but no, all Var Nox Frostpain had did was, for example, talk behind my back with her girlfriends. She only told me this, that I was typing so much when me and her was talking on a Discord server. She gonna tell me this, that me and her was like when I was talking to her, saying I was typing so much. And that's about it. She was also comparing what I do on Crochet Whitney's live stream to her Discord server. That she clearly was the one inviting me in the first place. So yeah. And the fact that she did the same exact thing that Matt Army did to me. But one thing different, she had made her husband come after me and accuse me of being a harasser. Just because I speak on what literally had happened and what I literally had saw. They're too, like, to be honest, I was always uncomfortable in that Discord. But guess what? I was too nice to say anything. Calling somebody adorable can go wrong in so many ways. And the fact that they are too sexual active is disgusting. It's nasty. And I'm not joking. I don't use fanfiction characters like that for anything inappropriate. And I never will. That's not who I am. That's not what Alan Rickman would want. He'd be rolling his grave right about now. People think if he was alive right now today's day, he would be saying, "What on earth and why is my character being used in this kind of way?" Only person who's not using his character like that as NFW is me. But that's not me. So yeah. I'm just being honest. And the fact that I was getting attacked on my platform a couple days ago. Just because I stood up for myself. And from my experience, all I did on my YouTube channel had literally gave a Varnox Frostbane 1-star rating. I didn't name any face or names on that rating. Or even username. If you know what I mean. And in fact, they want to accuse me of lying just because I put a 1-star rate. If you guys truly were a business, you would not make a 1-star rating bother you. Like, I have a Macari business, I'm a Macari seller. I get bad ratings sometimes. But guess what? I don't let it bother me. As a Macari seller, that's what it's about being truly a business person, to say the least. And the fact they got upset and started attacking me over a 1-star rating and make it look like a problem. And I'm gonna say this. For Varnox Frost Spain, when had joined their Discord server, I did not know that I was gonna be watched. That somebody would be watching my account on my TikTok. I never agreed to that. I never signed up to that. I never agreed to have anybody from her end to watch my account. And the fact that I told her to stop having her third party watch my account, she said I accused them of having their third party watch my account. A couple days later, she had admit that she had her third party watching my account, giving them false information about what I do on my own platform. They had went so far along with Lady Fennell. They had went so far to the point that they start attacking my channel non-stop. They went out, and here's the thing. For me, who was previously a new Supernatural newcomer, there is someone who's an anime fan and also a Supernatural fan who is like 44 years old, 19 years older than me. And there's also SBN Queen, SBN.Queen. As a new Supernatural comer, they made promises of Varnox Frost Spain when I used to be part of their Discord server, and etc. I met them during the attack thing again. I was living from a Lady Fennell that day on in January 2024. So yeah. With that. So sorry, my neck is itching. So as a new Supernatural newcomer at that time, I started looking to watch Supernatural. What came first to me was the anime series. I started watching the anime, and what I do when it comes to me writing, because I've been writing since I was 16 years old. I've been working on my fan fiction, my OC character, since I was 16 years old. So yeah. Sorry. So I started doing research, and here's the thing: how I got the name in mind. I use an app on my phone that people who will love to have the chat with fan fiction characters. I use Character AI. It's the app that I always use to talk to fictional characters on. So I type in the Supernatural thing on there, and I saw another Winchester on there, and I want to go to ChatGPT, GPT and try to find a name to use for that character. I did not know the 44-year-old OC character who is Dan's child name was going to be Marie Winchester. Because all I was thinking is like how John Winchester would think. Because I was watching the anime that came to me first, before the original one. So, during that moment on, I start creating an supernatural OC character as a newcomer. I did not know the image that it was going to provide to me was going to be similar to the one that's Dean Child, the 44-year-old OC, to say the least. I wasn't aware, and it's not a lie, and I did not know. So, after then on, since every single time Queens herself or her followers every time had the audacity to report the proof and everything of my TikTok. Every single time. And during that time then on, SPN Queen has started attacking me, accusing me of copying someone else. She just straight up attacked me and accused me. I politely messaged her, saying her asking the question that she clearly ignored, saying, "Who am I copying?" I repeatedly told her nicely that I used ChatGPT. I wasn't copying anybody. And the fact that she mentioned Marie Winchester and stuff like that. Then I was like, I did not know. Like, I literally did not know. I was fully not aware. So, because if I did know, I would not be using that name in my fanfiction. Not in my fanfiction, I mean, in that OC character. I told her clearly that I did not know that. But she straight up fully on ignored all my response and just assumed and accused me as copying and trying to scare me, pretending to be, yeah, I am. And she had the audacity starts pretending to be a publisher and try to scare me out of my creativity that I've been doing since I was 16 years old. She's saying, "Oh, I'm a publisher." You can get sued for having similar OCs to another person. No, you cannot. You cannot be sued for a character being similar to someone else's. And it went so far to the point they started attacking my OC character and how I write. They went so far to attack this YouTube account. They went all the way down to my post and started attacking things that doesn't make no sense. Like my Amazon wish list. They accused me of calling me a beggar. When people put wish lists out. Still not expecting anything from anybody. And yes, my wish list is still there. But here's the thing. I do not expect anything from anybody. You know, this is my wish list there for people to check out. you know? So yeah. But I don't expect anybody to send me anything off there, which I truly do appreciate if they do, but I literally don't expect that out of anybody. Keep you guys' money, because I don't want it. Respectfully, nicely. So yeah, I met a beggar, and the fact that they literally had tagged me on that account, on this account here, they literally had tagged me for clearly making no sense. Everything I said up about what was done to me by a 37-year-old, they get it removed and reported and removed. Like I should not have a voice. So SPN Queen had repeatedly put in my TikTok username on her TikTok more than once. How did she get it? I don't know. I have her blocked on my end. And the fact she accused me of stalking, how does she even get my comment on her stuff? Explain that. How she even got the whole on my account when she's blocked on my end? Repeatedly, she had used my hashtag in her comments. She had not hashtag. She repeatedly used my username as a hashtag in her account. I'm gonna just tell you this: since my OC character had got stolen and used against me and impostered me on my TikTok account by people like them, I have every right to protect what I created since I was 16 years old, my lifeline. My OC character, Julie Evans Snake Potter. The name Julie Potter, they stole it and used it against me. And every single time I create my fan fiction, they try to take it and steal what I had wrote, I had did, and claim it as their own. Yes, Ellie Fennell was involved with them too. They want, and that is the thing. I created that OC character during my darkness moment of my life when I was 17 years old. And the fact that they had attacked that OC character that was my lifeline, it was also my coping mechanism to what I had used to cope. Writing and creating is what I used to cope. Because every time I feel sad, depressed, and etc., I write and create. I put all my emotions and feelings into my OC character. The second Potter child. The god of the silver snake. Harry Potter's little sister. The daughter of Lily and James Potter. Who is a mini female version of James Potter. Who had a bit of a personality of a mini Lily. Because her godfather, Severus Snape, bracelet her. So she's loyal to him. And that is a part of a bit of a Lily that was in her. Loyalty. So yeah. And the fact that those people who want to act like they were not involved, which they were, had went after my coping mechanism, my lifeline, my OC character that I've been working on for like, how many years is it now? Make that 26 years. Because I just turned 26 years old not too long ago. So yeah. And the fact that they did that, but want to pretend that they're not involved, which clearly they were. It went so far when they started attacking me on this platform, and every time I showed up for myself, they twist my words. Every single time I stand up for myself, I speak on what they're doing. by twisting my words and etc. They continue to twist it. They attack this platform here to make it look like I'm the aggressor, I'm the harasser, when clearly they're older than I am. They're like 6 years older than I am, and 5 years older than I am. SPN Queen had always been unblocking me and reblocking me. I noticed that because I had her fully on block. But every single time when she unblocked me on her end, I see her profile. Then I get reblocked it again. And she had the audacity to tell her followers that I'm the one stalking her. During my OC character being, for example, stolen from me, I had every right to investigate who was behind the official Tales of Julie Potter account. Every time I try to look for see who was behind that account, they run away from me. Non-stop. Oh, and I think I found out who that was probably is because they were watching my YouTube channel too. Only people out there that knows my YouTube channel is a Varnox Frostbane and her girlfriend Silver Fox. Simone. And she's still subscribed to my YouTube channel right about now. Those are only the two people that knows about my YouTube channel here. And now Var has shared my YouTube to her husband. They went so far to the point that causes me harm, to the point where I end up doing my second attempt to get them what they want, me not being existed, in the year of August 19. This month, this year, 2025, they caused me to do that. Their drama, along with Lady Fennell, had led me to attempt my second attempt on August 19. They are the reason why people who had cared about me long time ago had almost lost me because of them. And every time I speak this voice that I have, they try to twist it to make me look like I'm unstable, when I'm only a human being. I had asked for equally with Avara. But no. She didn't want no equal. Just because she's older than I am, she wanted to demand me to do things and expect me to follow that. Seriously, I would never, for example, have anybody treat me the way I was treated when I was younger. Every people who are older than me had always step all over me, walk all over me. Non-stop, like I'm some kind of doormat that people can just walk all over and step on and wipe their foot on. I am not nobody's doormat, but she's somebody who's like 6 years older than I am. I am nobody's doormat. I'm a human being. If I give somebody respect, I also will want respect back. I was so nice to Varnox Frostbane during the Discord one time and stuff like that. During the Discord one time, I was just listening to conversation and stuff like that. She had mentioned in that VC that she wanted a silver snake blanket. During the kindness of my heart, of who I am as a person, who who is a really a caring kind of person, because I put other people above myself. Like, I put other people above myself. I will, I will, for example, risk it all for other people that I deeply care about. That's just me, and that's who I am as a person. And the fact that, yes, everybody have a struggle, but that doesn't give them an excuse to be cruel to other people that has no rights. I've been to a lot of struggle, a lot growing up, but never once I had allowed it to change me or to become cruel to anybody else. And by the way, one thing proved all of that was what I did nice for two people that took advantage of my kindness. Like, I've already talked Frostbane had one time mentioned that she wanted a silver snake blanket. So me, the kindness of my heart, who I used Shanine, SHEIN, and customize a blanket using that app, because that's what I could afford, and have it sent to her. Just to show how I deeply care for somebody. You know. That will mean any signal as a sentimental value, if you know what I mean. I did that in the kindness of my heart without expecting anything in return, to say the least. And I'm serious. I don't want anything back from anybody. I don't expect anything in return from anybody. If I give somebody something, I don't expect anything in return. I just do what I do, just the kindness of my heart, because that's just who I am as a person. That's just who I am as a human being, if you know what I mean. But eventually, my kindness got taken advantage for because I'm too nice. And every single time I speak on this, I talk about this, people want to twist my words and saying that I'm changing the narrative and stuff like that. When the things that had mentioned on a Discord server that Avar had removed me for, because the only thing I remember doing on my TikTok was lip syncing to Alicia Keys music on there. That has nothing to do with their Discord server. My platform is a way that I express myself, and it has nothing to do with their Discord server. So all I remember is that. And all of a sudden, as I went back, I not start noticing that I was removed from their Discord server. Because the only thing I remember doing is Alicia Keys TikTok lip syncing on my account, and I just end up sharing something funny that's Harry Potter related, and the whatchamacallit, the general chat, and all of a sudden, I saw somebody commenting on her Discord server saying something that I don't really remember, saying that they're tired of this or they can't take this and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, I was removed. They were never honest in the fact that they literally didn't even give me a clear explanation. The only thing they did was talk with each other behind my back, and compare what I do on Crochet Whitney's live stream to their Discord server, which those things are two different stuff, to say the least. And here's the thing, it got to the point where it had messed up my mental health and stuff like that, and I was upset. I was confused because I didn't do wrong, to say the least. I literally did not. I was want to see what we could talk about and stuff like that, and etc. I had felt when I was in that Discord server, I felt all the energy, for example, had shifted in a negativity manner, to say the least. One of ours girlfriend, when Avar was not in her good mindset at that very moment, I had deeply cared about her as well myself. When I care about my own self lately, if you know what I mean. I care about other people more than I care about me, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Since she's a mother, she had to do mom stuff, which when you have kids, you get down your nerves and stuff like that. You know, she wanted to go take care of that, and she didn't. She had to tell her girlfriend that she was on a proper mindset and stuff like that. I was not on a good mindset neither, myself. And the fact that Gulia had said something harmful that triggered me off. In a tone of voice. And whenever I speak and tell Varnox Frostbite about that, she LOL like it's something funny. Gulia what I'm talking about is my story of how they almost cost my second attempt. The fact that I almost ended my life because of them, to say the least. I'm speaking on my voice that they keep on shutting down. If you don't want it, you can scroll through this live stream. Because if you see the video, because of them, I almost overdosed myself on August 19, 2024. I am not responsible for anything being said to me from people who are 6 years older than I am. Think about it. I'm not responsible. And if you don't like my voice and me speaking of what harm they caused to the point I almost took my life, you can scroll. Scrolled through. Because this is my voice. And this is what they had done to me that they don't want to speak on. They want to hide behind their creativity. I have a video of August 19 on a live stream when I almost attempt my second attempt because of people trying to twist my stories and how I speak up for myself. So, if you don't want to hear my voice, you can scroll, or else you get hidden from my channel. Because I am not in the mood for people to twist my words and stuff like that. Because literally, I already got help. I already got help I need. Because of the fact that they attempt me to end my life when I was on August 19. They the reason why I attempt to end my life and overdose. And yes, it's on the live stream. Check the post. You know what's funny? People always say that. I always block people. But have you been through the fact when you block somebody, they continue non-stop creating more accounts to attack you? Have you been through that before? Cause don't say you have because your comment says different. You haven't. Have you ever blocked somebody and somebody created more accounts to attack you non-stop and repeatedly? Have you been through that? Cause don't say you have. Because your comment the way you're speaking right now, you're not. You have not been through what I've been through. You have not been through of what I had been through. You had not went to the part when people trying to erase your creativity of being on YouTube platform and twist every single words against you as you speak. If they're dealing with something too, they need to get their own self help as well. And not taking out on somebody 6 years younger than they are. And accuse somebody who's 6 years younger than they are how to, like, that's old enough to be, for example, their child. I mean, young enough to be their child. Because I'm going to repeat myself again. My mom gave birth to me when she was 30 years old. Those people are in their 30s. Huh. I repeat. If you don't like my voice, you can scroll through. Because I'm speaking on the fact that they had caused me to attempt a second attempt. Because their people, their North followers, had been attacking this platform. I almost end my life because of them. So yeah, you can talk about don't dwell on it. For example, hide the fact that they almost cost me my life. Did they really? Because it doesn't look like it. It does not look like it. It doesn't look like they are. Because I'm pansexual. I am gay. I'm pansexual. Get used to the fact on that. I'm part of the LGBTQ community. Respectfully. So yeah. I'm speaking of the fact how they had cost me my life. The part I almost end my life in the year August 19. Just so you know, I had overdosed on August 19, 2024. Because of what they're doing to me. They acted the fact that they weren't involved in stalking this YouTube channel, which they were. Okay, every single time. Me speaking on my voice, stuff like that, and speaking of myself, people like you, not you, Drake, the other person, stuff like that, hunted as. People like you is the reason why people who are suicidal kept their mouth shut. People like you who want people who are suicidal to keep quiet. Oh, well, dwelling is ain't about it isn't healing. Number one, repeatedly and listen carefully. People like them who's toxic, who's abusive, had caused harm on me, while knowing that I struggle with suicidal thoughts. They made it to the point I almost my second attempt on August 19, 2024, because they were clearly harassing my platform on YouTube. Get your facts straight. These are the things I don't not like when it comes to people. Those people were not trying to help me. Those people were the one that's causing me the harm to the point. Um, dude, I got out of one already. You want the bracelet to prove to see it? I recently survived my second attempt. I'm not joking. Because I'm here because this is my account, this is my voice. This is my account, this is my voice. And if you don't like it, kick rocks. Like Black Lives Matters, suicidal voice matters. And my voice matters, respectfully. These are things that piss me off with people like you. I really need to get mods on my account. On this app here. I really need to have some mods on this to remove people like you off here. I am not gonna stay long on here, you guys. So, as I was saying, it was my voice and stuff like that that people want to keep hidden for the harm they had caused me by acting like they're not involved, but had been attacking my channel on August 19, 2024. Non-stop. I asked for equal. I never had an agreement with her about anything. So yeah. And in fact, people say we made an agreement. Nah, I asked for equal. Sorry about that, you guys. My phone died. So here's the thing. These are things that I don't like because this is my story, my voice, and stuff like that. I don't like people the fact that wants me to be quiet. Because they're quiet, they can stay quiet. The only time they want to speak is whenever I speak, set up for myself. And they caused me by having their North followers people harassing my platform on the year of August 19, 2024. They literally, the one who's not been talking about me anymore, which I'm glad, but they've been having their people, their little monkeys, doing the job for them by attacking me. They're flying monkeys attacking me on this platform here. Non-stop. They went far into go to old posts to bring up drama whenever I do what I gotta do. Long time vents. Not vents, but I mean rates. The SBN Queen, aka Random Fandom, went all the way to that was past and gone and forget about. And comment underneath it. And bring back the drama. Whenever Hal was done and finished with and move on. Number one, that is a reaction of, for example, somebody who's had a childhood drama that they had lived through. So yeah, I had every right to share my experience. And the fact that I had cared about a person very much clearly had turned out to be just like Lady Fennell. Yes, I compare her to Lady Finale, but that's how she acts. But one thing different, she has a husband that goes after people who are young enough to be their child, to say the least. So yeah, you should guys check out the North followers account. How they insult people, especially people with mental health problems. See how they had treat people and insult people, if you know what I mean. They said that they support mental health. They don't. They said that they take mental health seriously. Why were they causing my mental health to be damaged in the first place? Why is Avar having her husband have their North people come after me? Those are the questions that needs to be answered and think about. Avar's husband had made a ban account named Hex. If that account was for quote banned purposes, why in the name of Thor? Yes, I'm using How to Train Your Dragon quote now. How in the name of Thor, what was I able to see him reviewing my page on my TikTok account? Think about that. If that account was clearly for what he had quote it was, for his band purposes, why, in the name of Thor, was he reviewing my page when his main account is banned? They had went so far to the point had caused me my emotional harm on August 19th, 2024. This is the truth of they're quietly hidden behind the creativity while watching my account nonstop and claiming they were quote not involved in the harm they're causing, which they clearly was. Check out her husband's North followers account, or said North account. You see all the things I mentioned about that they try to twist with someone being in their 30s should know better than to harass somebody who's 6 years old younger than they are. Like my mother gave birth to me in her 30s. I don't harass her because she's my mother. So why would I harass anybody in their 30s who was around the age that my mother had given birth to me? Make that make sense. Have a nice day. I will soon later do next year. I might come and live stream, do another birthday haul for my next birthday. Let me tell you, it's gonna be a long, long, long time before I turn 30 years old. You know what I learned? You know what I learned at this age, and I'm glad I learned early? The things that those people had done to me. No, my birthday was September 6th. It passed already. And I went to Barnes & Noble's on my birthday. It passed already though. It was September 6th. I had got this for my birthday at Barnes & Noble's. And I also got an invisibility cloak, as which I'm obsessed with this. Yes, it's a green screen, but I don't care. It's cool to have in your collection. Amazon, check it out. And also, I had ordered around September 5th. I had ordered the butterbeer cream soda. Yes, I am not. You know who's not good at chess neither? My OC character. My OC character is not good at wizard chess, to say the least. I in general, I'm not good at any chess, except no. Honestly, I'm not good at any chess. Literally, I'm not. Wizards or muggles, I'm not good at that. Say the least, if you know what I mean. Also, I got Hermione back too. Uh, uh I want to go there badly. I am not joking. But it's expensive. Mm, like seriously, I dream of going there, and dream of working there. Like I am not joking. I dream of working there, cosplaying in that Halloween thing, being the whatchamacallit, dressing up as a Death Eater with the Death Eater wand. You see, that is just so cool to be in that role in Universe Studio. Like I am not joking. It's so cool to be in that part. And yes, Harry Potter thing always cheers me up when I'm in those kind of moments. I can go on and on and on and on and on about Harry Potter. I am not joking. I'm serious. Literally. I cosplay characters. I cosplay Harry Potter himself. I cosplay my OC character, second Potter child. I need to get back Hermione. Wait, so I can cosplay Hermione again. I need to get cosplay Ginny Weasley. I cosplay Draco Malfoy. I cosplay Professor McGonagall, Severus Snape. Yes, I'm a cosplayer as well. What I really want to start cosplaying next is Death Eaters because I get so inspired by other Death Eaters. I really still want to go to university. And yes, Harry Potter thing. You, you know what? You just got me hyper focused on that now. Thank you. Yes, I'm gonna tell you this. I learned a lot about myself that I didn't even know that about lately. Like I had no idea that I might be on a spectrum. I was on a spectrum of autism, and certain things that I get told about by my TikTok siblings, who said that I might be on a spectrum of autism, which I'm still trying to get myself diagnosed on that one. You know, because how I love Harry Potter and how I could hyper focus on that. What I'm about to start watching Doctor Who soon because Remus Lupkins is there and Madam Hooch, and I was like, when I heard my TikTokster, I was like, you said what now? I'm about to go there and watch. If you know what I mean. Soon. I just finished watching How to Train Your Dragon first. Say at least. I really want to go to the How to Train Your Dragon section and ride that roller coaster thing. So yeah. And also I want to also go on the ride of Hagrid's motorcycle ride. I dream of going to Universal Studio, and I someday dream of working there too. Ooh, I know. I think you meant say Percy Jackson with a C, not an S, but I know what you mean. Ooh, you get the nerd out of me now. I'm also a Percy Jackson's fan. But only thing is, I have the Percy Jackson Camp Half Blood shirt that I ordered for my last year birthday. You want to know the next OC character that's Percy Jackson related that I create? I created an OC character that's Percy Jackson related. You want to know her name? She's named after her mother, but she's also the daughter of Poseidon. She's just like her brother. She's named after her mother, Sally. Her and she's named after her grandmother too. She has her grandmother's name as her middle name. So Sally E. Jackson. She's a daughter. She's a daughter of Poseidon, and she's Percy Jackson's little sister. When she first entered Camp Half Blood, she was around Annabeth's age when she first entered Camp Half Blood. But the only reason why is because Percy was also there, and Percy can also protect his baby sister. So technically, there's two unclaimed children of Poseidon's. You know. But Percy's little sister though, that one I created, those kids I'm still working on. She's basically his baby sister. So that means Percy's mom is gonna have 3 kids instead, because when the next one is born, that makes Sally Jr. a big sister. And plus, here's the thing: Sally Jr. looks just like her mom. So, yeah. But she has magic abilities of controlling the water. Just like her brother. And also add more things though. She can also speak and communicate with mermaids. That's what I add more to it. Her brother will have that protective impulse, to say the least. But she will be the calm one, to stop her brother from doing something that he would regret. You know, so that's the OC character that I created. And I also cosplay Sally Jr. too. Percy's little sister. I got an idea of that because I was using the chat the character chat AI. I was on my phone doing that, and I was looking for all the fictional characters I could look for. Then I found out with Percy Jackson. It got me so inspired. The part that's how Sally Jr. was born. So yeah, I love Percy Jackson. Seriously. At this moment, I just don't have any rooms for their collection, and I need to get that to have more ideas for a cosplay collection, to say the least. I need to get some more of their collection thing, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm also a Once Upon a Time fan too. My favorite character is Regina Mills. Black is my color. I love Regina. Once Upon a Time is one of my favorites. And also, I create another OC character that's Once Upon a Time related. Destiny Kellyanne Jones is my next OC character that I created. That's this daughter, for example, of the second daughter of Emma Swan and Kellyanne Jones, and the little sister of Hope Swan Jones. The thing is, I create with her that character and stuff like that is like she was born in a prophecy, and for example, the youngest Dark One previously, that was never gone, had returned a couple days later. And fun fact, Destiny had the same birthday as Regina in my fan fiction. So yeah, it also occurred in the next one too. By the way, that's Regina's daughter and how the curse was created in the first place by Regina herself. You know. So yeah. So if you guys ever want to see more of my fan fiction stuff like that, check out my Wattpad. I'm still working on it. Also, fun fact, I know for all you Potterheads out there, you ever seen Severus Snape raise the second Potter child before, who his goddaughter is? Check it out. So also in my Wattpad too. I've been working on that since I was 16 years old. I am I now since now I heard about ChatGPT recently. I really can image my OC character to life, and that for you guys to see. But I know, fun fact, some of you guys would definitely be hating Dumbledore very much. You guys will hate him very much for separating the second Potter child and leaving her to be in abandonment during the attack of the Potters. When Voldemort attacked the Potters. Yeah, my most character is born December 6, 1981. I've been working on her ever since when I first started becoming a cosplayer. Her name was just Jay Snape until I tried to improve my writing. Before I even know ChatGPT existed, I did some more research. I see the name what the name of Lily's name is, and that's what I when I saw that Lily's middle name J starts is means Julie. So and here's the thing, just think about this in your head. Before Lily had married James Potter, her full name was Lily Julie Evans. Just imagine, for example, if Lily had somehow break something by accident. Her parents says her full name, Lily Julie Evans. Think how fitting that is. Because on your charge anyway, so